mind is set, my grind is set, my heart on ice cold. I'm only here to even a score. Whoa.
Buckle yourselves in.
We'll see the New York Knicks taking on the San Antonio Spurs. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Towns for three to the wing on the left. There's the triple. Rebound by San Antonio. Out to the wing. Down low. Vassell's shot is good.
And this is what it's all about inside. Vassell willing to get physical to finish his motion.
Here's Hart. Kicks it out Towns. Off target with the three. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Moments ago, Greg Popovich and I were able to chat, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball and keeps the defense on its toes. You can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Brunson. Back to Towns. The kick out to Brunson. New York again can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
From downtown, and it's Fox missing. Foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Fox surveying the D. Castle for three. San Antonio again can't hit. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 5-point game. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Now here's Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Here's Towns. Anunoby on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Brunson. For three, Bridges. Vassell with the rebound. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. And it's Fox missing. Here's Towns. And he's knocked off course by the D. So the foul is called, and he'll shoot free throws. Offensively, Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Explosive speed gives Fox the clear advantage on the drive. He gets down the lane so fast.
Now here's Towns. Here's Brunson. New York again can't hit.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around, They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now here's Brunson. Bridges, right side. Offensive rebound.
San Antonio.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for San Antonio?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And both free throws good for Hart. Pass to Champagnie. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Robinson. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Here's Brunson. Here he goes. Uses the glass on the layup.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Here's Paul. Can't hit that one.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
For 3, Bridges. Connects from downtown.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. And that time also a missed shot.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Both teams have it going here early.
16.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Well, they keep finding ways to get to the free throw line. The defense is being overly aggressive, and they're baiting them into fouls.
And here are the Knicks now. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Outside Achua. Tucker with a screen. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. McBride can't get it to go.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Sohan. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, Casey. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Mamukelashvili, no good.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Here's Tucker. From the arc. Rebounded by Champagnie. San Antonio leading. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And some changes here for New York. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Fox for 3. Towns with a rebound.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Gets the three to fall.
Well, when the three ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, Devin Vassell is progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. They get it back. New York trailing to the middle. Towns. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. The Spurs making a switch here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history, the San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
Here's Brunson. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Towns with the ball. Now guarded by Wembanyama. New York, no good that time either. San Antonio leading by 3. Wing shot on the way. And it falls all over the rim and in. Wembanyama's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
And that one drops.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Outside Wembanyama. No good on the triple. Knicks trail by 3. Right side Hart. Here's Brunson. It's Brunson. Work it inside.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Wembanyama with a bucket.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Now here's Payne. Yet to see a basket. Left side of Chua. 5 on the clock. Pass to Robinson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
And here's Fox. Wembanyama screen. Here's Fox. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Spurs out in front. They're up by 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 3-point lead. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Outside Tucker. Over Barnes. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Now here's Payne. He's scoreless. Shot clock at 6. Back to Achua for the lead. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Knicks lead by 2. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And there's the call on Jeremy Sohan. That's his first foul for the Knicks.
Second team foul. Substitution on court.
To the inside. Pass to Towns. 6 to shoot. It's on target from the high post. Towns has got 9.
It's easy money for Towns from 15 to 18 feet.
Three-pointer, Fox. The 3 ball is good for Fox.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Here's Brunson. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
They get it back.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
And the basket by Bridges.
Nice job measuring the defense right there. Bridges sensing separation and torching them off the dribble.
To the paint. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Pass to Anunoby. Here's Towns. Back to Hart. Towns has got room. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Taking his shot, and Towns doesn't think, he just acts.
Here's Fox. And there's another one for the Spurs.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
To the left side wing. Towns for 3. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything and ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie. Hart can't hit. Spurs trail by 6. Mamukelashvili drills it from deep. Mamukelashvili's got 5.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Towns, left side. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Towns has got 10 points now, just in this quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. .44 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Fox. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Brunson with the bucket.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Knicks making a switch here. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Fox for three. Nails it from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
Such an unpredictable player. Fox enjoys toying with defenders and bullying them in pick and rolls.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Timeout.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Now here's Robinson. Still without a bucket. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, there's the alley. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Up in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth.
The Knicks, 49.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And so it's New York with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Left side, McBride. Pass to Robinson. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Anunoby for 3. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 6. Wembanyama powers it through inside.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Here's Towns. That's his 4th miss out of 10 attempts. From deep, Wembanyama. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
He goes up, and Fox powers it home.
And once Fox collects the steal, he's locked in on scoring. And with that trademark speed, he's going to make something happen.
Right side, Brunson. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Towns has got 19 points. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves. And if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
Appreciate the report, Allie. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Vassell. And Anunoby pulls it down. And New York has possession. Now Bridges. He's covered by Fox. Bridges outside. Going inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Rebound by San Antonio.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Brunson with it. Kicks it out Towns. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. The three ball. Oh, some solid defense from Fox. 3-on-3. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
It's so hard to guard Fox without fouling him, especially when he's being the aggressor.
And both free throws good for Fox. New York trailing. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. On offense, here is San Antonio. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Barnes. Fox for three. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
And the shot's good.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Back to Fox. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Everything Fox does is so fast. Makes him very difficult to guard without fouling.
And he's unable to get the second one. Knicks trail by 3. Anunoby with it. Fox picks him up. Inside. Hart. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Pass to Fox. Wembanyama down low. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Back to Brunson. Left in the fourth. Then they double up Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. Here's Bridges. Rebound San Antonio. And here are the Spurs now. They're on a 15-6 run. Now here's Fox. Kicks it out to Barnes. And stolen by Bridges.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
They're looking good, but they can't afford to take their foot off the pedal. They have to lock down the perimeter and prevent a 3.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Hart to tie it up. Rebounded by Johnson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by New York. 20 seconds left to play in the fourth. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And New York has possession. Out to Bridges. Takes the three.